Well, good morning. I need to find out whether or not I'm coming through. Am I going through? I need to close my other tab up because it looks weird when I'm talking to myself. So there you go. Good morning. This is Donna Blevins, the big girl of poker at 6'5", and I want to let you know that I am delighted to be here with you. Now, I'm doing it today because this is in the middle of the 2019 World Series of Poker, and I've been hearing all kinds of painful experiences. And what I want to let you know is that what you do today, right now, in this moment, how you think, the words you say to yourself, what you talk about, what you focus on, is what absolutely makes your game. It is the words we choose that set ourselves up for either success or failure. So I'm going to make this a short, fast mind shift this morning. My intention is to make this an 18-minute live Facebook Live. Now, why 18 minutes? Because we need something we can take with us and use anytime that we want. And I'll let you know that you can go to MindShift On Demand. Let me show that. MindShiftOnDemand.com. You can go there and you can download a 4-minute audio of the MindShift exercise I'm going to be sharing with you today. But what I want you to know is that poker is an art. That's right. Poker is an art. It's all about how we talk to ourselves. It's not just about the cards. First of all, it's about you. Number one, poker is about you. Then it is about the other players. And what I've told my coaching clients over the years is, number three, it's about the cards, because most of the time we don't need no stinking cards, because certainly poker is a card game played by people, but it's most importantly a people game played with cards. So let me get right to it. Now, I've got an agenda that I want to do and see if I can do it quickly while giving you as much as I possibly can. Oops, there went, moved everything. I'm on a new platform. So if I bump things, just give me some love. And oh my goodness, look at that. I love Liz, love to see you. Lisa, oh, this is fabulous. I love being able to see you out there. Hi. Okay, this is so fantastic. I love this, love this, love this. Okay, let me get right to work. Okay, first of all, we're going to deal with clearing and releasing losses. Now, if you are a poker player, you'll understand this. If you're not a poker player, I believe you'll also get it. Poker players traditionally get hung up on what they call bad beats. Now, that's when you have a really, really, really good hand with opening, and then another card comes and someone else, gets a card that beats you. And you go, oh my God, I've been beaten. So what I want you to do is I want you to be able to release those losses. When you deal with losing a hand and it's creating what they call poker tilt, I want you to know that all you need to do is to, if it's bothering you, just set it aside. You'll come back and deal with it later. Because when you are at the poker table, you can't very well say, oh, I'm on tilt. Excuse me while I step away. I'll go do 20 minutes of meditation, come back and play that hand. Nah. It's not going to work like that. So what you got to do is be able to what I have called having emotional agility. That's being able to shift your mindset, shift your emotions in the flow as it happens. And you can do that by the words that you choose. Next, I'd like for you to think about setting a specific intention when you go to the poker table. Frankly, I use this intention every single day, whether I am going to a poker game or dealing with my family. My Mama Peggy, is 93, and she told me that all you have to do is go for it. Now, that's what Mama told me way back in the days. And by the way, she was the one that told me I needed to stand up straight when I was growing so fast, stick them out and be proud way before I had anything to stick out. So Mama Peggy, by the way, changed the words on that, the little engine that could, when she was reading that book. The words were in the book, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. She changed those words way years before Yoda to, I know I can, I know I can. And I want you to know that how you view yourself, the words that you say to yourself, is going to make a huge difference in the way you play, in the way you interact with your family, in the way that you handle your work, if the way you handle your clients. It's how we talk to ourselves. So this is the intention. My intention is to make correct decisions with the cards that I have, regardless of the outcome, and I will stay unattached to the outcome. Now think about that. My intention is to make correct decisions and to stay unattached to the outcome, because things change all the time. There's no way that we have control over what's going on around us. That's life. But what I want you to know is what you do have is the ability to change your perspective, and that is your power. Okay, so what I want to do, we're 6 minutes into it. We've got plenty of time. I love this. This is so much fun. I'm going to do these more. If you love it, give me some love, pass it around. I want you to tell people, and be sure to go to MindShiftOnDemand.com. Now, let's just get to doing this MindShift exercise. Now, this is what I've been told is my signature MindShift exercise, and it has helped thousands of people throughout the world, and I am honored to say that. I've even had people, I once had a man email me. This was 5 years ago when I first shared it online in a complimentary webinar, and he sent me an email, and he said, "You saved my life." And you see it in print and you go, well, tell me more. The email that came back brought me to tears, and it still does today. So let me see if I can do this in a calm way. He said that he had a pistol and one bullet, and he was ready to use it, and he put it on the coffee table to open up the email to send an email goodbye to his family. And for some reason, he saw the replay link, and I got to go back and look at that subject line for sure. And he opened it up and he listened to the replay, and there was a part that we're going to talk about today. I'm going to start with the first step, and it had to do with self-forgiveness. And he said he fell down on his knees and he cried, and he's still with us today. So you never know what's going to chew at you. And what I want you to know is that you can take that and you can reframe it, because it's how you look at things, how you hold on to them. That's what is the core of your life. And I want you to know, in the middle of the World Series, oh my goodness, there's so many bad beats. So what I want you to do, if you're someplace where you can safely close your eyes, I'd like for you to do that. You can come back and look at me later, and that's great. And you can come back and put comments in. I love this. But what I want you to do, and Liz said, me. Liz actually had experienced this MindShift exercise, and it has been very helpful for her as well. And it was actually after she had dealt with having a stroke. So what I want you to do, I'm going to ask you to do something really kind of ugly. But right now, especially in the middle of the World Series, people are always dealing with losses. So what I want you to do is right now, first of all, get to that comfortable place. What I want you to do is I want you to take 3 slow, soft breaths. I want you to breathe in through your nose, hold it, and just be there for a moment, and then exhale through pursed lips. That's it. One more time. Breathe in, hold it, and now this time I want you to drop your shoulders, because I know they're up higher. They're up towards your ears. Just go ahead and as you breathe out, let your shoulders drop. One more time. Inhale. Hold it and just be there for a moment. And exhale. Now, what I'd like for you to do, if you're in a place where you can safely close your eyes, go ahead and do that. Now, I want you to bring to mind an awful time, something that really gives you pain. It's really uncomfortable. Think of a time, it might be a loss in the poker table. It might be a poker arena. It might be something with family. I want you to find a really awful time that you could rate on the discomfort scale, that pain scale of discomfort. That would be a 10, as close as you can get to that. So I just want you to do that. In your mind's eye, bring it to mind. Now, I'm going to promise you, we're going to be able to give you a tool that you can shift away from it and change and reframe it and change your perspective. But right now, bring something to mind that is awful. Sometime when you screwed up or somebody, oh, it's just awful, just bring it to mind and just be there with it for a moment and notice it. And in your mind's eye, I want you to forgive yourself. I know there's a part of you that's going, oh, I can't forgive myself for that. Yes, you can. Right now, you can forgive yourself for that. So do that in this moment. Just think about that. I forgive me. I say, I forgive you, Donna. Just say your name. Just go ahead and be in that forgiveness for a moment, because the more we hold grudge against ourselves, against anyone else, the more it damages our mindset, the more it screws up our game, the more it screws up our life. So just be there with it for a moment. So the first step is to forgive yourself. Number 2, I'd like for you to ask it to show itself and take a 3-dimensional form in your mind's eye. Now, it might be really easy. It could be cards. It could be a person. It could be a poker table. It could be a relationship. It could be a house. It could be a vehicle. But if you're having any difficulty pulling that to mind, I want you to give it a name. Think about that. Some name that you would give it. And in your mind's eye, I want you to look at that. Because what's happening when you see it in a 3-dimensional form, it's no longer out there and all around you and consuming you right now. It has boundaries. Boundaries. It's no longer out there and all around you. It is finite. Now get that? It is finite. Just be there with it. Look at it and notice it. Now what you want to do in your mind's eye, next step, 4th step, is I want you to step back 1 step from it in your mind's eye. And as you do, you are disconnecting from it. It is beginning to move away from you, and it is dimming. Wow. Look at that. Just notice that for a moment. Just be the witness. Now what I'd like you to do is step back 1 more step. And as you do, it's moving further away from you and getting dimmer and getting smaller. Just be there for a moment. Okay. And now step back 1 more step. And as you do, it almost goes over the horizon, and just be there for a moment noticing it. Now what I'd like for you to do is say out loud, as you notice it, you are disconnected from it. You're no longer fueling it. You're no longer feeding it energy. You are now disconnected. And what I want you to do is say, isn't that interesting? Wow, isn't that interesting? Say it out loud if you're someplace where you can. And I promise you that when you start using this MindShift exercise, you're going to be going around half of the day going, isn't that interesting? Isn't that funny? It's going to put you in a place of being a witness rather than engaging and taking that energy on and feeding that negativity. Okay, just be there for just a moment. Okay. Wow. Now what I'd like for you to do is open your eyes. I'd like for you to look up at me. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to look up and to your right. Pivot your entire body to the right as you're looking up. And ask yourself, where would I rather be? Ask it out loud. Where would I rather be? Now, it's unnecessary to answer that, because what you're doing right now is you're giving your subconscious mind what I call a code modifier. You're giving it a question to answer so that it can rewrite that software that we have been feeding it all of our life. So just let it go. Now come back to me. Now what I'd like for you to do is think back to where you were to begin with, and what was your number? If you could score it, was it an 8 or was it a 9? Now, where are you now? How do you feel about this? Think about that. What I'd like for you to do, if you're on here right now where you can comment, I'd like for you to comment with the starting number and where you are now. I've had people in that deal with chronic pain go from an 8 or a 9 to a 3 in that short a time. It is astonishing how powerful it is and how powerful this can be. So just be there. Now, I want you to know that you can go to mindshiftonDemand.com and scroll down and you can download a 4-minute audio of that MindShift exercise. But I didn't have in that one, this was before I used the rate it before and rate it after. But I want you to do that. I want you to do that and rate it before. Bring up the thought. What's the rate? What are you thinking? How are you now? Go through it. And where are you then after you shift through it? What I want you to know is that it's not a case of needing to meditate half an hour, though I would love to be able to do that. And there are people that are proponents of that, people that even meditate all the time, and that's wonderful. But what I want you to know is that you can get in the habit of doing a mind shift exercise, only 10 minutes a day. I want you to take on this task of putting an alarm clock sometime a little earlier than you usually get up. And oh my goodness, Shannon went from a 10 to a 3. Oh, on 3 pretty bad things at once, nothing to do with poker. My goodness. Liz went from a 9 to a 3. That brings me to tears. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want you to know that I just want you to take the task of putting on your phone. You know, we live by our phone, right? Put an alarm to set yourself where you're going to spend 10 minutes each day. Start with this mind shift exercise. Coming in the fall, I'm going to have open up a membership program that is affordable, because what I want to let you know is that I want this technology, this mind shifting technology, to be out to people all over the world. And the only way I can do that is to make it affordable. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing this by way of Facebook Lives and then uploading it to YouTube. And I want it to be in a membership area. And that's what I want to have. My goodness, Lisa said, goodness, 9 to a 3 with a huge release of emotions. Been holding on for so long. Thank you, Donna. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I'm all I can do to keep from tearing up. Okay. What I want you to do, wherever you are, I want you to understand to pay attention to your wellness. Eat, sleep, hydrate. And my family and I have come across a technology that has helped us, something that's really weird, that has helped with all kinds of energy and dizziness and pain. And just message me if you want to know about it, and I'll give you some information about that. And let's see what other comments I have. Oh, this is just wonderful. I love you. My goodness, we've got 23 people on. This is 14 people viewing right now. That is astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. I want you to know, go to MindShift On Demand. I could just shout this out. The objective, the challenge was this is going to be an 18-minute video, and we are out at 18 minutes. I want to let you know I'm 6 feet 5 inches tall. That's why they call me the big girl of poker. And I do like to make things short. I like to make things short because my husband is 5'3". I love you all, sending you some love. And I want to let you know that right now, this is what I'm doing. I am hugging you. Just feel me hugging you. I am sending out my love and my hug. This is you. Okay? I love you. Take care. And share this. Please share this along everything. I love you. Take care. Goodbye.